Hey everyone, Max here. Today we're going to repair a flat tire on the back of my riding mower. My wife and I just moved out here to the 6-acre farmland and from the suburbs, and we inherited basically with the property a riding mower, thank God, because it's a lot of mowing out here. Everything was working great for about a month, and then I must have run over a nail or something like that, and the tire on the mower is now flat. Now, what I used to do back in the suburbs when I lived there, what do you do when you get a flat tire? Well, you call AAA or you drive your car to the discount tire and they magically do something and then they give you your tire back and it works and it's inflated and you don't know what they did, right? Well, out here, I don't want to do that. I want to build self-reliance. I want to know how to do these things myself. So I have ordered a tire repair kit. I have never done this before in my life. I have no idea what I'm doing, and here we go. All right, so I came out here the other day to do some mowing and found the tire just like that, completely flat. In fact, I didn't even know it was flat until I'd started to back this thing out, and the blade attachment was dragging along the ground, and I was like, what is going on here? So I did find out that you can inflate this tire, and it stays inflated for maybe 24 hours, and then, you know, you come back out the next day and it's flat. So at least there was that. I was able to get some mowing done, but now it's flat again. So let's get in there and take a closer look at what we got. All right, obviously, this looks like, oh, well, that was easy. And it's got like an E-clip on there, so I'm gonna go get the pliers, pry that thing off of there, and then probably need to jack this thing up somehow. I do have a car jack, but I might be able to just use some wood. Let's give that a shot. All right, got it jacked up on a wood block there. Well, wood, not a block, but a wood log. I'm sure there's a special tool for doing this, but I don't have one and I don't know what it is. Hopefully it's not too hard to pry this off. Oh, okay. That was way easier than I anticipated. Washer. Set those aside, don't lose them in the dirt. Oh, okay, my wood block isn't all that steady. Come on, baby, get out there. Well, let's give this an extra hard tug. That's it. Yes! Well, that's interesting. Don't want to lose that. Try not to lose that. Okay, we have our tire and our wheel tire. Let's go take a look and see if I can just visibly find whatever is lodged in there real quick. Well, I tell you, just on initial visual inspection, I don't see any like big nails or anything sticking out anywhere. So I'm gonna do the soapy water method, which I watched a video on. And so basically the idea is you inflate this thing, you hit it with soapy water, and you watch for where the bubbles show up. So let's move on to that step, see if that works. All right, we got our dish detergent, dish soap. Hey, at least it's antibacterial. It'll be no bacteria on that tire when we're done with this, right? Important to have no bacteria on your lawnmower tires, because that would be bad. Bad. All right, let's hope this works. I'm gonna pump the tire up with a hand pump. I just ordered a air compressor, but I haven't unpacked it yet, so we're going old-fashioned manual labor here. But it's a small tire. All right, let's mix this up. Mix it. Mix it. Pump up our tire, put this on there, and hope we get some results. Get a pump these off and here to pump you up. I wonder what the max PSI on this thing is. Don't inflate over max rated PSI, but then it doesn't say. Oh, 10, only 10. 10 pounds per inch, per square inch. Won't take long at all. I gotta say, I really like the rider mowers. It's fun. Being out there, put some music on your headphones or a radio show or a podcast and just kind of mow for an hour or two. I love it. Got a tractor too, been doing that. Being out in nature. Got a lot of snakes out here on the property, I've noticed. They run when I mow. I watch them scurry away. I'm like, get away from the blade, snake. Not rattlesnakes, thankfully. Little garden snakes. All right, I think we're there, 10 PSI. Let's soap this thing up and see what happens. Soap, antibacterial. You know, can't have bacteria on your tires. Whoa. Oh, it's real good and covered. And then I guess we just kind of like watch for bubbling. See how this goes. Aha! Look at that. It works. Bubble, bubble. Foil and trouble. So what is... Oh yeah, there is something in there. Wouldn't it be nice if it was easy and it was the big head of a screw and I could just go honk? But no, it's like embedded in there. I could actually hear it. I don't know if you can see that. It's man, I am gonna have a good time trying to get that out of there. I guess that's our next step. But hey, you know what? I'm calling this a victory so far. Let's just do another check in case there's anything else. Oh man, I don't want to lose that though. I need to mark that somehow. That's probably the spot. All right. Set that right there. Now I'll go get the kit and see if there's something to yank that out of there. If I could, I think maybe deflating this might make it easier to yank that out of there. In fact, I'm sure it would. So I guess we'll deflate the tire and go to the next steps. This is the tire repair kit that I got by a company called Orcish, O-R-C-I-S-H. Kind of surprised there were no Elvish repair kits, only Orcish. That's okay. Little Lord of the Rings joke there. Nice, so instructions, tools that I've never seen before in my life, and I've seen these. Awesome, so we'll try to use these to get that obstruction out of there, since that's step one. Alright, this might be fun because that thing really looks like it's embedded in there. I'm not sure if this is going to really get it. We'll see. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. I do have a sharper pair of needle nose in the garage. I might go grab those because these are just maybe not going to do it. Yeah, I'll go get the sharper needle nose. All right, we've got our more precision pair of needle nose here. I almost wonder what would happen if I just like took one of those tools and pushed that thing down in there. I mean, I'd prefer not to push it down in there. I'd like to get it out. But man, it's really small. I can feel it, it's metal. But it doesn't want to come out. So plan B, and now I think I'm just pushing it in further. So maybe I should just get one of I think they call it a Reamer. I was just looking at the instructions. I might just push that down in. I mean, it's really not that big. So let's give that a shot. And the instructions just fall at my feet as if to say, no, read the instructions. But I can't get it out, man. I just can't. It's really not coming out. So, as usual, things don't go according to plan, and you improvise, so let's improvise. We'll get that Reamer, read the instructions. I think that's kind of the next step. You lubricate the Reamer and push it down in there. So I might just skip straight to that step, and knowing that that's going to get pushed down into the tire, and we're just going to have to deal with it. All right, let's do it. All right, so it says to lubricate the Reamer. Yeah, this is really sounding bad, isn't it? Why do they have to choose these words? I won't go there, folks. We're lubricating the reamer, though. I'm just reading what they say it's called. And so there's our hole. Man. Okay, here we go. Push it in and twist it. You know what? This looks easier than it... Oh, okay. It worked. Okay. So I'm twisting, I'm pushing. And I'm pretty sure that that piece of metal is now just pushed down in there. No, that's not it. Yeah. Okay, right on. Now we'll move on to the next step. So we got a nice clean hole right there where it was. And now we got to patch it. So the instructions say to re-inflate the tire to help with insertion of the plug, but I got a big hole here. How's that going to work? I don't know. Might as well try and see if it works. Maybe it'll kind of self-plug a bit. No, I mean, it's just blasting air out of there. I guess you just kind of like pump it up as much as you can. So, yeah, okay, now it's time to plug it. So, here we go. I was kind of wondering, you know, it didn't come with rubber cement. I figured it would need like some kind of a cement, but these little plugs are very gooey, so it's got to be like they include some kind of adhesive within them. See that? They're super gooey. This is the part I kept reading over and over thinking, how does this work? It's gonna be interesting. Okay, got one. Supposed to stick it through this little tool, the end of it. That is not easy. Let's use the pliers and hope it doesn't break. At least there's a bunch of them in there. Come on, baby, get in there. You know what? Things are way easier when you imagine them than in real life. Isn't that true? Or you watch a video of somebody like and they make it look really easy. It's not, man. Things are hard. But they're fun anyway. Alright. Oh, look at that. It's coming. Please don't break on me. Please don't break. Yes! Woohoo! Okay, there we go. Now they say to shove it in there until this thing basically comes up to here. Alright. So let's do that. Oh man! Like I said about things looking easier than they really are, that is not easy, baby. Oh, it worked! Okay. Well, that's not going to go in the hole. The hole's too small, so I think we're probably about as good as it's going to get. And then I just got to pull this out a bit. Nice. So that's the plug. This was included. Don't cut yourself. There we go. Let's see, where are those pliers at? Yeah. Slice them and dice them. Bye-bye. Now, they say this is it. Like, you're done. Reinflate tire, and you're good. Really? That's gonna hold? I mean, maybe. I guess we'll see. I'll reinflate it, and the big test is gonna be, you know, come back tomorrow, which I'll do, and I'll videotape it. And we'll see if this thing's still holding air. But according to the instructions, I am now done. All right, cool. Let's give it a shot. Let's reinflate. Pumping it up to 10 psi. Post-stimulus input. Properly satiated insect. Pound per square inch. 10. That's it. I'm gonna do a bit more for good measure. Now let's get this back on the mower, because I want to see it under load tomorrow. I don't want to just leave it here and say, yeah, we're good in 24 hours. I want to see it under load of the mower, come back and see it inflated, not flat. Then I'll believe it. All right, cool. All right, time to get this wheel back on. Remember this little guy? I noticed it goes here. And I guess that's how, you know, if that wasn't there, the wheel would just spin on this axle. And That wouldn't be any good, right? So that locks it to the axle. Kind of a cool design. Anyway, how to get this back on there without that falling off, I'm not sure. Figure it out. Just gotta line it up and hope it doesn't fall off. Oh boy, it's not high enough. Gotta raise it. All right, got it raised up. Just over at my wood pile and noticing there's some snakes in there too. There's snakes everywhere out here. All right, I don't mind snakes, as long as they're not rattlesnakes. I'm trying to hold this with my other hand while sliding the wheel on. Okay, it works. Get on there. Woohoo! And there's a little piece. Washer and E-clip. And you know what? That's going to be harder to go on than it was to take off, that's for sure. Let's see what we can do here. Will I put on my glasses because I'm an old man? I had great sight until I was about 40 years old, just like people say. Never had to wear glasses. I was lucky. Then 40 years old, and yep, my eyes went bye-bye. Look at that, back on. Okay, I'm gonna lower this down, let it sit all night long. In fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go mow the lawn right now. Just for an extra stress test. Then we'll let it sit overnight long, all night long, overnight. And we'll come back in the morning and we'll see if that thing is still inflated or not. All right, talk to you in the morning. Well, good morning. I slept well. You know, when I was in the suburbs, I didn't get out too much. I didn't have to work out on a property every day and every weekend. I'd sit mostly at the house. I'd be on the computer. I'd watch movies. If I went somewhere, it was still to be sedentary. Right now, I have to be out. I have to be working. And you know what? You sleep so well. You're happier because when you're physically active, you're just naturally happy. Humans need that physical activity. So anyway, slept really well. And let's go check on that tire. You think it's still inflated? I don't know. I'm hoping so. It survived the mowing. Oh, coffee. Black coffee. I've become my grandpa. He loved black coffee too. When I was a kid, I thought he was crazy. But here I am. All right, let's go check on that tire. What? Heck yeah! Looks like it's good. I'll check tomorrow again too, but I'm gonna say I'm actually a little surprised. I did not think that one plug with no adhesive, no glue, no anything would plug that big hole that I put in there and just hold air, but it does. So kudos to the Orcish tire repair kit, and thanks for watching this. Look at that, huh?